Hi kids, hi parents. Today we're going to make banana bread the easy peasy way. So kids, make sure and ask your parents if it's okay if you use the ingredients and you are able to use the oven on your own. And if you get all of the ingredients together, they'll be listed in the description for this video. You can get all the ingredients together and let's get started making some yummy, yummy banana bread the easy peasy way. For our ingredients, we need 2 cups of flour, 3 ripe bananas, it's okay if they're brown, 2 eggs, 1 stick of butter, make sure it's at room temperature and slightly soft, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1 teaspoon baking powder, half a teaspoon salt, and a cup of brown sugar. First we're going to mix the butter and the brown sugar together, and then we're going to put the 2 eggs in and mix that in with the butter and the brown sugar. Then we're going to take our bananas and we're going to mash them. I'm using a potato masher, but you can use a fork or a spoon. Mash them up really well, all mashed up together. And then we're going to add that in with the sugar and butter and eggs mix that we already have going. So add bananas in, mix it really well. And then we're going to get a bowl ready to work on the dry ingredients. So we're going to scrape the sides here to make sure nothing's sticking. That's always good to do once or twice while you're mixing to make sure there's no clumps. Get everything mixed well. So here's the dry ingredients. We have the flour, and we have salt, baking soda, and cinnamon. We just mix that in with the salt, with the flour. Mix all the dry stuff together in the same bowl. And then we're going to put that in with the wet ingredients. So pour about half of it in, mix it up a little bit, and then we'll pour the rest of it in. The reason why we only do half is because if you're using an electric mixer, you pour all the flour in, sometimes it'll poof, fly up in your face, too much flour. So we do half, then we put the other half in, and we want to mix it just to where the flour gets wet. We don't need to over mix it. If we mix it too much, then the bread isn't as moist. So just mix it enough to where the flour is wet. It's okay if it's not completely smooth. Then we're going to pour it into a prepared bread pan. And by that I mean you have put some butter or oil on the pan and sprinkled some flour on it so that your bread doesn't stick after it's baked. The other choice you have besides a bread pan is you can use muffin pans or cupcake pans. And then if you do that, you need to set the timer on the oven a little bit less time. They don't take as long to cook. So with the cupcake pans I'm making, we fill them about 2/3 up in the cupcake holes. I'm using paper liners, 2/3 the way up. And we're going to bake those for about 40 minutes. The bread in the bread pan takes longer than that. It takes about an hour. We put them in the oven at 350. Make sure your oven is already preheated to 350. And the bread takes 1 hour. And if you do cupcakes, it takes about 40 minutes. Start the timer and wait. When it comes out, we're going to use a toothpick and we're going to stick it in and pull it out, and if it's clean, if you don't see any cake, if there's nothing gooey on it, that means it's all done.